Welcome to the inaugural video of the We Have a Problem YouTube channel where we talk about movies, wrestling, and Formula One. I'm Gerardo, that's Eduardo.
And in this video, we are going to be giving our picks and predictions for the 2026 Royal Rumble.
So we're going to start off by talking the first match of Drew McIntyre versus Sami Zayn for the WWE Championship. I haven't really kept up with the feud too much, but I am going with Drew McIntyre. I mean, he just won it, and I feel like it was long overdue. Drew's a great heel. He works best as a heel, and that's why I'm picking Drew. I like Sami Zayn, but I think the whole underdog thing is too drawn out already. I feel like maybe he would have to turn heel down the road, but I am going Drew McIntyre. I think he wins it, no question, so yeah.
Now, with my pick, I am also going to be going with Drew McIntyre. Sami Zayn won the Fatal 4 match against Randy Orton, Trick Williams, and Damian Priest to get into this opportunity in Montreal. They are going to be in Saudi, which is Sami Zayn's second hometown, home country. They love him down there. But yeah, like he said, this is Drew McIntyre's first title defense coming off the win against Cody Rhodes, and I don't see him dropping that title. There are reports that he is going to take the title into WrestleMania, so I do believe those reports, and I am going to go with Drew McIntyre to retain the title.
All right, second match we have here is AJ Styles versus Gunther. They're teasing that this is AJ Styles' final match, retirement match. I do not believe it. I do not believe he will retire in Saudi Arabia. I do not believe he will retire at Rumble. And I do not believe he will not be at WrestleMania this year. So I am going AJ Styles. I don't see him, man. I hope he doesn't retire this weekend. I like Gunther, I really do. It did suck to see him beat Cena, but I do like what they're doing with Gunther. But again, I do not see him beating Styles. I do not see Styles retiring this weekend. I am going AJ Styles for the win.
Unfortunately, I am going to go with Gunther. I do think AJ Styles is going to retire this Saturday at the Royal Rumble. It is where he debuted in 2016, a whole decade ago, which is crazy to think about. They've been giving him dream matches like the rematch against Shinsuke at Saturday Night's Main Event last week, the match against Punk for the World Heavyweight Championship, and they're just treating this like this is his final week in the WWE. He did file the trademark for Phenomenal One and the P1, so I do think he is either going to do something with that or maybe go to another company like TNA, New Japan, AEW maybe. But yeah,
Don't do it.
I do think that Gunther is going to retire him. They've been doing this whole retirement gimmick with Gunther where he retired Cena, Goldberg, and now I think he's going to add AJ Styles to this, so I am going to go with Gunther.
All right, we got the Women's Rumble match. I'm going to go Liv Morgan. I haven't been keeping up with the women's division too much, but she just returned not too long ago, and she is doing a good job with the Judgment Day. I do like what I've seen from her in the Judgment Day with Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez. So I am going Liv Morgan. She hasn't won a Rumble, right, at all?
No, she's been runner-up a few times.
So yeah, I think this is the year to do it, to pull the trigger on Liv Morgan to main event WrestleMania. And I think you also create a good storyline. If she does win it, the tension between her and Roxanne will serve as a good storyline. So I am going Liv Morgan for the winner for the Women's Rumble match.
Before we get into my prediction, do you have surprise returns that you want to mention?
Yeah. I have Lita and Trish showing up. I feel like they show up almost every year, so I do see them coming out at this Women's Rumble match. And I have my girl Rousseau Roca from NXT. She does great every time she's on the main roster and NXT, so I do have her showing up at this Women's Rumble match. I didn't write it down, and I don't know if she might be your pick, but I do have, I know her name is not Mariah May in NXT, it's Blake Monroe. I would love to see her show up this weekend at Rumble. So, yeah.
Blake Monroe is someone I was going to mention to be a surprise entrant in this match. Another NXT call-up I could see in this match is Lola Vice. They've been pushing her in NXT for a good while now. I could see the main roster wanting to utilize her and show her off to show what's to come in the future. Now, for my official prediction, I am going to be going with a returning Bianca Belair. She's been out for, I think, 9 months, which is crazy to think about. It hasn't felt that long. But I do think there's a storyline for her and Jade Cargill leading into WrestleMania. Jade Cargill is the WWE Women's Champion, and I think that is the big money match. They haven't been really putting Jade Cargill against big stars on SmackDown. They've just been teasing a match against Jordynne Grace, but I don't think Jordynne Grace has a shot to win that title. So I am going to be going with Bianca Belair to win the Women's Royal Rumble, and she's going to be a 2-time Women's Royal Rumble winner.
All right. So I guess we could do surprise entrance for the Men Rumble next. I have a returning Kevin Owens. He was out on the injured list. I haven't kept up with his progress. I know you said he broke his neck or something, and how he had the surgery late last summer. So I don't know how he's doing in recovery, but I would like to see him show up this Sunday. So I have Kevin Owens. I have Ethan Page from NXT. He's very entertaining. I like his work. I like his character. So I'd like to see him show up this Sunday or Saturday for the Rumble. And I do have Chris Jericho. We've been hearing the rumors for, I think, a couple months now on his return to WWE. A lot of people thought he was going to show up at the Netflix anniversary show. He didn't. So I think the Rumble will be a good place for him to come back, like all those years ago in 2012 when he did at the Rumble. So I like to see Chris Jericho show up this weekend. Yeah, you want to do your surprise picks?
For some surprise picks for the Men's Rumble, I could see Ricky Saint showing up from NXT, but he is really their only big star in NXT currently, so I don't know if they would want to show him off, because obviously Obafemi just relinquished the title and is being caught up to the main roster. Obviously, we know that he's declared for the Royal Rumble, so I could see maybe a Ricky Stark showing up. Like you said, Ethan Page, he is the North American champion. Now, some TNA people I could see in here is Leon Slater. They've been utilizing him a lot. He was on the John Cena retirement show. He teamed up with Javon Evans to go against AJ and Dragon Lee. So I think Leon Slater could be a cool TNA call-up. But other than that, I don't see anybody else. You mentioned Chris Jericho. If he doesn't show up here, I don't think he's coming back to WWE at all then. So I think it's now or never for Chris Jericho to show up back in WWE. But other than that, I got no one else.
All right. So for winners for the Rumble match, I have a wild one. I don't see it happening, but I'd love to see, I'd love for them to do it. I have Finn Balor winning the Rumble. He's been runner-up maybe once or twice in the past. I feel like they kind of been pushing him a little bit these past few weeks. He had that title match with who was it, Punk? It was a really good match. It's always a what-if situation with him when he broke his arm, I think, at the SummerSlam match with Seth Rollins when he did win the Universal title but had to give it up the next night. So I would like to see him win this Rumble and really get that, WrestleMania moment and possibly even win the title. So I do have Finn Balor winning the Rumble this weekend.
Now my pick for the Men's Royal Rumble match, I am going to go with Braun Breaker. I was between Braun Breaker and Roman Reigns, but I do think Braun Breaker is going to win the World Heavyweight title at WrestleMania. Obviously, a lot of people thought he could have won it at the Raw debut show on Netflix against Punk, but they didn't pull the trigger then. I think they are going to pull the trigger now. Obviously, the whole vision is going to be in the Rumble. I think they could have like a Nexus situation when they were in the Rumble, a Legacy situation when they were in the Rumble, Punk and his group when they were in the Rumble. I can't remember their name, but I think they are going to be dominating that match until like a Cody Rhodes, a Roman Reigns, a Brock Lesnar shows up maybe. But yeah, I am going to go with Braun Breaker. I think they're going to elevate him and do great things with Braun Breaker.
All right, so there you have it, guys. Those are predictions for the Royal Rumble this Saturday at Saudi Arabia for WWE. Let us know what you guys think and your guys' predictions. Are we crazy for picking our winners? Let us know. And again, this is our first video on the We Have a Problem YouTube channel. We're going to be talking a lot of wrestling, movies, Formula One, so please subscribe and stick around. And yeah, we'll see you next time.